ask it and answer it?
I am more than willing to diagnose someone's intelligence.
Okay, can I finish?
I will happily point it out in their face. You, my friend,
are dumb.
Can I finish what I'm going to say?
Okay.
Due to the history of injuries, head injuries, CTE, and all of those things above, I'm pretty sure his intelligence level has been affected. So I'm not going to call this man dumb. Obviously, he was smart enough to get on the ticket. And obviously, he was smart enough to beat everybody else. And obviously, he's here. So we'll see what happens. Now,
I thought you were going to say, due to my speech impediments in the past, I cannot judge someone based on their speech impediments.
Do I think he's the sharpest crown in the box? No.
Let me tell you something.
Do I think he's sharp at all?
That ain't even a color.
Do I think he's in the box? No.
Do I think he fell out the box?
He broke it. He a broken crown. So with that being said, I just don't want to talk. I just don't want to say he dumb.
Okay, that's cool. I'm going to equate your broken crown to a dumb crown.
He broke it.
Let me tell you something. When you were a child, you didn't want to color with the broken crown, did you? I didn't either.
What Herschel was great at. This is where his intelligence was.
Welcome to another episode of Diva Court. I'm your host, Marcia Mignon, and with me is my co-diva.
It's Dana.
Tire slashing Smith, that would be this season. We are not responsible for the things we're going to say.
Facts.
We don't believe half of what she's going to talk about.
Probably. You probably shouldn't.
We don't own the rights to any of the topics we're going to talk about, and nor do we want to purchase them. Because this show, ladies and gentlemen, is for edutainment purposes only. Please look for our videos every Wednesday where we push them out on YouTube. Push them real good. Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts.
Google us.
Subscribe. This episode is sponsored by Cutie Nails and Spa in Midtown. They're offering manicures, pedicure,
get them toes done,
facials, and lashes. Enjoy a spa experience at Cutie Nails and Spa and let a team of cuties take care of you.
Been on the first time he was on time in a while.
You got your rainbow on time. Ladies and gentlemen, coming out of the blocks is Raphael Warnock versus Herschel Walker. Senate debate. All right, listeners. The Senate debate occurred in Atlanta, Georgia this week.
No, it didn't.
Oh, sorry.
Inaccurate.
Savannah.
It was Savannah. Sorry. It was Georgia, but it's Savannah. That is the hometown of Senator Raphael Warnock. So he had home court advantage.
He had intelligent advantage. He had
primary school advantage.
He had articulate advantage.
He had I can read advantage and speak advantage. All right, listeners, this debate was funny. It was funny because it had everything included. It had dumb. I don't
want to really call him dumb. I mean,
oh, you are afraid to?
It's not afraid. I ain't never scared.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, scared. Are you backing down?
Scared. No, I'm just saying I don't want to call him dumb. I just think that.
Okay, so what's your definition of dumb? Let me see if I'm over exaggerating in my description.
I am not going to diagnose someone's intelligence.
No.
Are you going to let me finish, or you go? Would you like to ask the question and answer it?
I don't want you to go to the medical.
Would you like to ask it and answer it?
I am more than willing to diagnose someone's intelligence.
Okay, can I finish?
I will happily point it out in their face. You, my friend,
are dumb.
Can I finish what I'm going to say?
Okay.
Due to the history of injuries, head injuries, CTE, and all of those things above, I'm pretty sure his intelligence level has been affected. So I'm not going to call this man dumb. Obviously, he was smart enough to get on the ticket. And obviously, he was smart enough to beat everybody else. And obviously, he's here. So we'll see what happens. Now,
I thought you were going to say, due to my speech impediments in the past, I cannot judge someone based on their speech impediments.
Do I think he's the sharpest crown in the box? No.
Let me tell you something.
Do I think he's sharp at all?
That ain't even a color.
Do I think he's in the box? No.
Do I think he fell out the box?
He broke it. He a broken crown. So with that being said, I just don't want to talk. I just don't want to say he's dumb.
Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna equate your broken crown to a dumb crown.
He broke it.
Let me tell you something. When you were a child, you didn't want to color with the broken crown, did you? I didn't either.
What Herschel was great at. And this is where his intelligence was. Dive left, dive right. Those are 2 football plays he knew about.
Well,
they didn't run no shotgun. He didn't have to know how to run and catch. They said, Herschel, we're going to give you the ball. And you either run left
or run right.
Or you run right.
That's it.
Well, he
said, I can run, boss.
And that's why he ran for Senate, because he can run.
Yeah, because someone was
boss said run.
Someone said,
run left
Herschel,
and run right.
What we need you to do is run right only. You cut down on the choices? You cut down on the choices? I'm right there. I can run right now.
Because I don't like a choice. I don't like a choice.
It's hard. You got to think about it.
Don't give them women no choices, okay? If you give them a choices, they might not choose me.
Well, we shall see. I don't know. I think Warnock is gonna win. I mean, it's like having Kelly Loeffler again. You're not really running against anybody, I think it's gonna be Kemp and Warnock like it was last time.
Okay, so you think Kemp is gonna win the governor's seat and Warnock is gonna win the Senate seat?
I definitely agree.
This debate for me was a little bit lacking. What I mean by that is the moderators really, in my opinion, weren't as professional as I've seen them before. I mean, I know a moderator sometimes in these days have to be firm.
Give us an example.
Okay, so there's a black female moderator who was talking to Herschel Walker when he was not following the rules. And I felt like her demeanor was a little bit nasty. And I don't want to, I need somebody else's opinion, but she was saying things like, Mr. Walker, you know the rules. You know the rules, Mr. Walker. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I've seen moderators before keep candidates on task without sounding as if they were being disrespectful.
I think you're being racist.
I think.
You think because she's a black female, I think she was being disrespectful?
I think
I've never called out white female disrespect before on this show.
I didn't say that. But if what I'm saying is you're being racist, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. But would you like to say what you had to say?
No. Go ahead and tell me why.
Because when black women speak with authority, it's just like, she not angry.
Unless she got the gun?
Exactly. She ain't being disrespectful.
She needed the weapon.
What I said. Now, just because you used to Disney princesses speak, like, Mr. Walker, she speaks from a place of authority. First of all, I shouldn't have to tell you this in the first place. But since I have to, Mr. Walker, this is your mom speaking. Because, you got to, we have a mother voice. Okay. That's what it was.
Okay. So I was hearing the mother voice, not the aggressive, disrespectful
It was she said Mr., didn't she?
She said Mr.
Well, it can't be
what she should have said is Mr. Dummy. How many times have I told you?
Did she say that?
No props.
Did she say how many times I told you?
I think that's the biggest reason why for the sternness. It's like
We've gone
like,
over this.
This is the
she was
biggest,
frustrated.
Like interrupting each other is
fine.
common in a debate, right? That's gonna happen. People are gonna try and speak over each other.
Correct.
This is what's gonna go happen to assert like that.
How many times did he
view
pull
of
out a
power.
prop?
No,
One time.
Think
because
about all the debates you've seen, right? No props. Like you can't.
it's
remember
clear. It is clear.
Okay.
Anytime someone's pulled out anything, because that's like rule number one of a debate. Props,
No props.
None of it, because it provides a visualization that can sway people on.
Okay.
Like no one likes props, because if you pull out, and that's why he's waving a white flag. That's a thing that people are going to remember, because you actually had a white flag and you were trying to it's a. Instead
you
of
want them to
focusing-
remember words and audio
Exactly.
and
Right.
what you can do.
Not only that, you want them to stay on point. And the topics, they had a list of topics that they felt like the voters wanted to hear about. And she was expressing to them that their time limits because they only had an hour, and that the topics that the voters wanted to hear about, that they had already polled people that we were not going to get to them if you played the prop game. So she said that they had gone over the rules, and it sounds as if she really was angry at him for pulling out the badge. But he pulled out the badge after Senator Warnock said to him, "I don't support police." Well, let me tell you what I didn't do. I didn't threaten a shootout with the cops. So that upset him. So he pulled out his little
I got to
Cracker Jack-
respond with my.
Cracker Jack badge.
What was his
I
point?
got this
Was he
sheriff's
saying-
badge out of a Cracker
So
Jack box.
Warnock made two accusations and hurled made two inferences to his relation to police. So the first thing he said is, "I've never pretended to be a police officer,"
Right.
and the second one, "and I've never threatened to shoot any of them." So he was trying to avoid the second one by saying, "I am a police officer," and the proof was, I'm assuming, a badge that
Like
did
he's
not
an
have.
honorary sheriff or something?
Yeah.
I have no
Something.
idea what
we
it
don't
was.
know where that badge
It
came
was
from.
some kind of badge that
Yeah.
didn't, and I'm used to, and maybe I don't know, because I don't
Like
know
one of them
some
Texas
some
Ranger
badges. Some of those badges, like I'm used to seeing them with ID as well in the badge, but maybe I'm also just using either TV brain or something else. But his was just a blank.
No, I thought I
was.
seen something white at the bottom. His fingers
I
was
did-
covering.
No, it was black. He
It
had
was
a
all
black
black.
case.
just
It
the
was all
badge
black and a
and
badge sitting in it.
all black, on
And
the
it looked
inside.
like he planned to bring it with him
Yeah,
so he
they
could
definitely
use it
said
to say, "I
They-
support the
They
police."
used it as a prop.
They did.
Knew that this
They
was
did.
coming, and they wanted to use it as a prop. And
Well, first of all, you can't give a man who can barely string a sentence together a talking point that's going to hit real good when he doesn't put all the verbs in the sentence.
He could not. If you look at the transcript of his debate, you would debate whether he can speak or not. Because what we would be debating is his age. His verbal language was that of a maybe,
listen,
I would say elementary school. Because
I'm-
I've seen high schoolers speak better
if
than that.
you
Verb
can't-
tense?
If you can't spell, I'm not gonna let you be my senator and or represent me, because guess what? I
Have
can.
you seen him? Have you
Yeah.
seen
So,
him write something before?
Listen, I don't need to.
I heard him speak something before.
There are people who write
Right
better than they speak.
Yeah, okay.
No, usually people speak better than they write.
I know. I'm a person who writes better than I can speak. I've been called out on it so many times. Like, did you write this? Yes, I did.
You cheated.
I know. That's what they be saying. But they gotta check my
Check your cheats.
record.
I'm a consistent
I
cheater.
can sit here and write it right
I'm
now.
not stupid. I know
No,
that cheat all the
I-
way.
I am convinced that man can't spell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm convinced too.
I
Because
mean,
of how
I've
he
seen him speak on a previous video when he was younger, and it doesn't sound like how he sounds now.
Well, it
And
sounds
that's
as
why
if the
I feel
topic
like-
makes a difference. If I'm talking about regular,
Nah, he was
everyday,
using-
mundane son, my son, I know how to say
think
son.
if
No,
you're-
no.
if I think it does have to deal with the subjects. I think there is pressure. There's added pressure in the situation, and I do believe his performance is based, like his poor performance. His
It's based on
poor
lack of knowledge.
performance Is
Oh,
the lack of knowledge.
yeah, I agree.
Because
with
when
that.
you master a subject or a topic, you
Yeah.
speak
When you can
confidently
speak
about it
your own life. You could speak about your own life
because you've lived it.
because you know what it is and what you're trying.
Well, what I'm saying is that when he was speaking about his own life and his sentence structure was a lot better then
Well, if you can't describe your own life,
It's also
what
after
I'm
the
saying
sixth
is
take.
it doesn't sound.
What
It
I'm saying
doesn't
is-
sound.
It's also after the sixth take.
that is true. That is true. It was recorded.
Okay.
So hold on. Let's say that again. Can hold on, sir.
Are these facts not in evidence?
Not Pacific. Okay, not Pacific, sir. That's the ocean. Say
Are these facts?
specific?
Not in
okay.
evidence.
Do you know that there's
They are
lots
facts.
of
It's
people?
whether you want to consider them evidence or not.
That's true, because you know how people say alternative facts. Remember that came up in the Trump administration?
Yeah.
That facts are no longer facts, but there's alternative facts.
Whoop, there it is.
Okay, so these might be alternative facts depending on who you are, what channel you watch, and where you get your news.
So
I think Warnock won the debate, because the debate is supposed to be who
He
won the
coulda
debate.
just-
He won it
He
hands
needs
down
someone who
because he
speaks
could
English.
complete the sentence. He also could articulate his position regarding insulin. That ticked me off as the parent of a type 1 diabetic who did not eat his way into type 1 diabetes. I was upset when the moderators asked Walker, how would you handle the cost of insulin? Of course, he fumbled that ball because his position was that people I believe in reducing insulin, but people got to eat right. People
Maybe he
have
didn't
to
get
eat
a
right.
chance to address part one. Maybe he was just talking about part two.
have a eat right.
Right. Have a eat right. That's the exact sense.
Mm.
I believe in reducing insulin. Reducing it for who, sir? Because my son needs his dose, and I would like you not to reduce the amount he has to take to live. Okay, but if you have some way that you can
Well,
fix.
first of all, your son has to have a eat right first.
Oh, you're right. He has to have a eat right.
Yes.
There's an
Yes.
eating privilege.
Yeah, that's true.
Get it
his,
together.
His exact words, listeners, was, "I have to have a eat right." They have to have a eat right. They have to have a eat right. Type 1 diabetics rely on insulin to live. Their insulin is not based on their diet. They cannot live without insulin. They're unlike type 2 diabetics. And if I have a senator who's going to represent me and my child, who are residents of the state of Georgia, he has to understand type 1 diabetes.
So if he started with type 2 and then explained type 1,
He would have a better shot. But unfortunately, he
No.
thinks there's only
No.
That
one.
has nothing to do with the price of insulin.
no.
It's that nothing. He has no knowledge, no explanation for one, and he believes in reducing insulin, not the price of insulin.
Just
So
reducing it.
he's just going to reduce insulin. So he fumbled that ball for me, and that alone is going to make me say, no thanks.
Where do you
Let me
get?
tell you-
Where do you get your eat right from?
That's what I really
need to
want to
hurry
know.
up and
I
get it.
really want to know.
Because I need that privilege.
You need to have a eat right.
It's the,
Well, I'm on that
it's the
Anna,
same
so
place.
we don't eat at all. So there's that.
it's the same place where you get your mental health treated. It's just talk to.
Yeah, you're right.
You just
No.
get-
You don't get it
you
treated.
just
You get
talk
it
to.
cured.
You get it cured because you talk to.
You're right. You talk to. I talked to somebody and I cured
It's
it.
the same, but you get
Because they asked them that.
where you find talk to is
It's the same place
the
you
same
get
place
eat
you
right.
have. Eat right.
Okay.
So they asked him that question during the debate. You said you had the mental illness. Explain
Did
to
they
the
say
people
what
who
the
are
mental
concerned.
illness was?
Yeah, it's some kind of disorder.
He said and I don't
It's a
want to
dis-
conflate them.
I can't remember.
I can't remember if it was anxiety or something. He tried to say it was a mental illness, and they were like, "Okay, so what kind of treatment do you need? Ongoing treatment?" So in the clip they have, I believe he said that he no longer
Needs it. He's
treatment,
not getting any
right?
treatment.
That's-
It's cured.
That's where he went. He didn't say cured, but in the debate, he's saying, "Yeah, no. All you have to do is talk to your pastor, talk
Yeah.
to your, what you call it." And we're like, "Okay,
Redeemed.
you don't understand what a mental illness is, because that's not your pastor can't fix your mental illness."
Right. But he can talk to his pastor and fix it.
Yes,
And he did.
because his pastor knows where Eat Right is.
That's correct. And they got the Eat Right cure from the same place
Well,
they got
there
the
it
mental
is.
health cure. I'm going to need you to be. I thought this man was going to say, I'm in treatment. I want people
No.
to understand.
You can't say that, because then people are going to say, "Oh, this man could go off the handle at any time if he missed one treatment."
But think about it. We all can
What
go
you
off the
should
handle
have
at
said
any time.
is, "I've been treated for it. My doctors monitor for it, but right now I don't need to continue treatment on it. I am in a good place. and I'm in a place where, I've recovered from what was ailing me, and that's how we need to take care of these Georgians.
Did he talk about his son?
No.
They didn't ask no questions about
Nope.
that?
No,
They did not.
no.
Which I was happy they didn't.
They specifically made a point to avoid the engagements or the rhetoric that was going on in the
So they
ads.
avoided the abortion thing too as well.
No,
No.
talked
They
about
addressed that. And there's no
Oh,
exception.
not specifically his abortion thing.
Yeah, they
But
did. Yeah, they
about
did.
Abortion.
They did. No.
Oh, no, you're right.
No,
They did
they
ask
asked
the
him.
question.
They asked him. They said there's an allegation that one of the people who alleged that was a woman that you had a child with. And I don't need to talk to them. I don't. Have you spoken to them? And the question was kind of vague, and he got past it because I don't need to speak to them. I don't, But they did ask him about that, the allegations
So
that
they
he
might
paid
as well
for the
have
abortion.
not
He said it's a
asked
lie.
since you forgot.
It's a lie. No, he said it was a lie.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
That's
It's
what he
not
said.
true. I didn't
That's
pay
a big-
for it.
that's
It's
a
just
big-
a lie.
It's a lie.
And that's the society we live in now, where you could just say that's not true. That's not true. And despite the
It's
receipts,
not true unless they can prove it.
well, they pulled out the receipts.
They did on the debate.
Not on the debate. The thing is, when the allegations were made, he came back and said he was going to sue, and the person was like, "Okay, I got the receipts. I'll push out more evidence," because the allegation was just
So
made.
were the receipts? Did the receipts were they submitted with a foundation to know that they were accurate? Receipts?
Oh, I'm sorry. They might be alternate receipts. You have alternate facts. Those might have been alternate receipts.
Who holds
and
on
his
to
payment, his check.
Who holds on to an
His
abortion?
check.
Who holds on to an abortion receipt?
A woman that holds on to the dress that she spit out on. Ask Clinton.
But that was when he was president, though. Wasn't he president at the time?
Ask Clinton. I don't
Or
care.
was he the governor at the time?
Ask
talking
Clinton. The Paula, what's her name? Clinton's dress.
Oh,
The scandal. You remember?
Yes, he was president.
He
Yes.
was president. Well, that's the difference.
What
That's
do you mean?
different.
Wow.
When you're the president.
If you're a pro ball
Already.
player, if you're a ball player, and I think you might become famous.
She already had a baby, but
I'm
she
not
already
gonna-
had a baby by
No. That's no. She didn't have one yet. She aborted the first one and decided, I'm not going to make a habit of this. We're not going to use abortions as birth control. I'm having the other child, which is what shocked him because he didn't realize that it was one of his children's mother that was making the allegation. He thought it was some stranger that somebody had pulled up and said, "Sir, it's the mother of one of your children." But his response was, "It's not true. It's false." So
No, so
They better
it's
come with that fetus.
I wonder where they would keep that.
Do a DNA test on that.
Yeah. We'll know for sure.
Unbelievable.
So I know he has and I've heard it before, but I'm trying to confirm. I know he's had a conversation about this same thing, this woman that don't know.
Right.
but
Didn't
he
know,
knew.
but no.
But he but he gonna sue because they lying.
Right.
But
But
he
I'm not going to
didn't
sue
know
yet.
Because he don't
who
know.
they were.
But how he
Yeah.
going to sue someone he don't know?
No,
Right.
It's
So you got a
these
receipt from an abortion clinic. You have a $700 check and you have a get well card, right? The timing is just impeccable. Sir, what am I getting well from? Oh, okay. That's how he responded too.
Crickets.
I understand, sir. But I mean, I just don't understand how people could support him. You know what I mean? Like as a candidate
They're
for
supporting him
senator.
because that he is the one who's going to help push the Republican agenda. Why? I don't understand
that's
why
true.
it's
Let me take that
difficult
back.
for
Let me
you.
take that back. Why wouldn't I want a senator that I can control and is dumb enough that he doesn't even understand what I'm getting him to do?
It's just the same as if he was a Democrat. And the
If he's
Democrats-
dumb enough, if the
and
person's
Democrats
dumb enough,
pushed him out, and
because
they-
I can control that type of
Yeah,
person.
so
I can
I
get
don't
them to do what I want them
if
to do.
anything, it might make them vote for him even more. Quiet as it's kept, they might vote for him anymore because it's like he's dumb. All he's gonna do is do what they tell him to do.
What I tell them to do.
anyways.
Okay, that's true. That makes
Because
sense.
that's the message that's being pushed. He's going to do
What we
we
say.
need. Whatever the Republican agenda is what. So he's just a place filler.
Yeah, hot seat.
He'll probably be in there. If he gets in there, he'll probably be and does exactly what he's supposed to do. He'll be in there longer
Than anybody
than
else.
anybody else.
We'll just keep voting him back in. What has he done? What we told him to do.
So let's change the You know the difference between him and here's the difference between him and Kelly Loeffler. Kelly Loeffler ran a business, and she was a woman.
That is true.
That
is true.
Herschel Walker
ran nothing.
he ran the ball.
No, he ran
the ball.
That gave millions of veterans job. And, I gave it all to charity because I'm not about the money.
Well, he ran the ball for Georgia.
Oh, that's
how many Georgia fans are just going to be like, yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
That's how he won the Republican.
We had our first Senate.
But.
As a Georgian?
As a graduate. No, he didn't graduate.
But.
He didn't graduate, right?
They like a line. They like a line. And the line sometimes is, oh, man, I heard him speak.
No, because
sometimes.
He's from Georgia.
No, I get
He went to the University of Georgia.
I get it.
And he gonna vote Republican. He's black.
That's
against another
that's
black.
The line.
But
no, that's the line.
No, but here's the thing. He's a black Republican, so we could check our white guilt off.
No, they don't
compared to another black man. So why would I want the black man who's gonna vote for whatever I want anyways, and he's a dummy?
Nope.
And he's a pawn. He's just like another slave.
Although you don't believe they have a conscience, they do.
I think
no,
they do.
He's another.
The racist
I think
has
they do.
a conscience.
No,
I think they
and
do.
that conscience is I can't ever vote for a black
I
man.
cannot.
No.
Not a dumb black man.
No. See, y'all missing it. He sound like a slave. I'm just gonna say it. He sound like a slave.
So why would I ever vote him?
What
to
I'm
be
saying
anything?
is that he's gonna be my servant because that's what they think. You work for me, policeman. You work for me. The Senate works for me. The governor works for me. It's that you work for me mentality.
So I don't mind a black man working for me.
because
Even
they
if
used
he's
to work
dumb.
for us. He sound like a slave. He's gonna vote for the things that we want him to vote for.
He's got power.
You work for me.
I don't trust him.
I don't think
as
so.
far as I could throw him.
I don't
That
think
is the
so.
white man's quote.
That is dangerous.
I don't
to give him that kind of
so.
power.
He got power.
I think,
and he's black. He might end up start doing some black stuff.
Right.
I don't think so.
Right. You remember Jeffrey
That's
Dahmer? All
the
he had
line.
to say was gay stuff. Gay stuff. And they were done. We're not investigating. But I think Georgia's is going to get a lot of attention.
We'll
I
see.
think Georgia's going to get a lot of attention.
We'll
Well,
see.
here's I think I have the interview up, and I'm gonna try and play as little of the clip as possible.
Please.
Because
Because we're not trying to cut
I
a
don't
check
own
here
it.
on Diva Court.
I don't own it.
We don't own the rights to this
own it.
video
Who own it?
or the clip that we're about to show, but it's just a short clip.
Ever have a conversation with this woman at any time about an abortion?
No.
Did you ever, to your knowledge, give money to pay for the cost of an abortion?
No.
Is she lying?
Yes, she's lying. Yeah, she's lying. Yes, she's lying.
ABC News has not independently.
So,
She's
Oh,
lying.
I thought they was gonna come. Well, here's the check from your account, account number, blah blah
She
blah.
probably
blah,
would
blah.
do that.
From Regions Bank. So, is this not your account? And this address right here that we have a public record says Herschel A. Walker, and the address is something something Herschel Street. Are you telling me that
That's
this
not
is
you.
Not your account.
It was a Christmas present. I'm a generous man.
well,
I give money.
$700 for Christmas in the middle of July. Okay.
You never heard of Christmas in July?
Christmas in July. It's the most.
Wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, they used to have
Okay.
this commercial where these kids would be standing at like I think it was like Office Depot or Staples, and the dad would have this like cart, and he'd be going down the aisles with his leg up like this, and it was like, guess what time it is?
Time to go back to school.
And it was like time to go back to school,
And the kids are
were
crying.
like- you remember that commercial?
I do.
It was like, it's the
I
most.
do.
It is the most.
He
wonderful
was
time of the year.
excited about the kids going back.
He was
Well,
so excited. It's back to school time.
listeners, enough of Herschel, because all that dunk is too much dunking for Diva Court. We are voting against him. He is out, thank God. We
Well,
hope. We hope. We hope.
What's your prediction?
My prediction is he loses.
No, prediction throughout.
Okay, I think Stacey Abrams is going to win because
That's what you said last time.
because of Warnock's going to bring the poll.
I mean, technically,
yeah.
if
Yeah.
the man wasn't still Secretary of State.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll see.
Yeah. So now
Well, it's a different race now. So
Y'all think black? Well, there's a few, but
what are you
black
saying? Black
men-
people are not loyal?
No,
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say black men are leaning towards Kemp.
So what are black women doing? Because remember, we took Alabama down when they were trying to put that
We're not
molester.
Alabama.
No, but black women have a tendency to save the day.
Well-
A lot of days. You don't trust them to save the day for Stacey?
I don't trust myself.
Then you're not
I
a
don't
black
trust
woman.
myself.
May I have your card, please?
No,
Please
I'm
place
not.
it.
Biden was right about you.
Yes, he was.
So a white man is right about me, and a black woman who
Hey, a
I
broken
don't
clock
see
can be right
anything-
Twice a day.
Hold on,
Twice
hold
a
on.
day.
This time
A
it
white
He was
is.
right.
right.
A
It's
white
12
man
o'clock.
is right about me, and a black woman who I haven't heard anything that she's going to do for black women.
Is that your fault for not trying to seek out the information?
Right. No. She got to come to her house, knock on the door, sit down at the dinner table with her and her husband
I only
and
know
her
what she
children
gonna
and
do
say,
for everybody
let me tell
else.
y'all what I'm going to do.
I only know what she's
for
going to
this
do for
family.
everybody else. I don't
For
know what she's
this
going to do for black
family.
women.
What is the one thing that you've heard that she was going to do for everybody else?
We going to make sure y'all can vote because it's
That's a
just
bad
so
thing?
hard.
I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but it ain't never been hard for me to vote.
I'm sorry, but that's been the most
It's never,
important.
and when they say that it's hard for black people to vote, and I'm not talking about older people, I'm talking about the everyday young black American, that sounds ignorant to me.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think if I'm an employer and the polls open at 7 a.m. and your job starts at 8 a.m.?
You
Listen to
have
me.
a federal
Let me
right
finish.
to take off of work
Let
and get
me
paid for it.
finish.
Go continue.
And the polls open at 7. You have to get to work at 8. You must be on time for work, or I'm going to either write you up or terminate you from your employment.
Not on voting day.
If you stop for a
Okay.
second, let me finish.
No. Here's the
Let me
better
finish.
example. You need all them 4 hours that you're going to miss
Hello?
to be in line.
Hello.
You don't get PTO.
And your
You work
poll
hourly.
station is the longest line ever
So,
because
that
we put one
$10
booth. Hold on now.
Because we so poor. That
Hold on.
$10.
Hold
You
on.
acting like,
That
okay,
$10.
you just complained about gas prices.
Are you serious? You, a black female, don't understand the struggles of some of these single black mothers that are out here?
I'm just saying, I've been voting for a long time. It ain't never been a problem.
Ma'am, you've been
That's
married
'cause
for a
you've
long
been
time.
I-
You've been
when I
married
wasn't
for a long
married-
time.
When I wasn't married, it wasn't
You've been
a
married
problem.
for a long
You've had a
time too.
privilege.
I had a privilege.
Yeah.
When I wasn't married, when I voted for
still
Obama
had a
and
privilege.
stayed in a long ass line, I was excited about it. So
Right.
I never had a problem.
Still privileged.
Right.
Still privileged.
Right,
When
yes.
I lived in Detroit on Linwood and Pasadena, which is the
Whoa. Just because you was living
Wow.
in the hood didn't mean you didn't have no privileges.
Hello? Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are called hood privileges. Who said
Yes, I was
dang,
hoodwinked.
You got Nike socks?
hood privileges?
No, let me tell you something. Them project kids got Benzes in the
Okay, so don't play with those hood privileges.
right. But what I'm saying is that it's never. I know.
Yeah,
I
but-
know blacks,
but what
and
we're
they ain't
saying
never had a
is-
problem with voting.
No.
What
Trust
we're
me.
trying
There's,
to say is,
I think you don't even understand the fact that they've been able to guise for you the difficulties that they've put in place.
I was in
Then-
a black community.
No. You're not
problems with
hearing
voting.
me though. You're not hearing me.
Two jobs, no problems with voting.
When I put restrictions on your location, because your location has only 2 machines, and I make sure those 2 machines break down and don't work. I put less people to staff your location to make it difficult for you to stand in line for 8 hours. I make it difficult because I know that you have to get to work because you're the person who we call an essential worker.
Tell me this when it happened, because in every experience,
See,
and I have
no,
lived
but
in DeKalb and I lived in Clayton. I never had I lived in DeKalb and was in Clayton.
no, what I'm saying is,
So I never had an issue.
Here's the point, right? The point is not what the median person is going through, right? It is to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to vote. And if you miss those margin people, that's 20,000.
Right,
Like,
but that's all I
those
know.
are
that
enough to
so
swing
right, you gave me
decisions.
the. What I'm saying is that that's all I know that you were gonna do, is make
Well,
sure
that's
that
what
everyone
I'm
can
saying,
vote.
but that
No,
isn't
but you
What
also
else?
what
have
Because right now that's not my issue.
Hold on.
I am living in a capitalistic world. I'm all about the individual. I want to know what you're gonna do for me, and I haven't heard it.
And now,
Oh, you gonna let
the
me get an abortion?
capitalism-
But guess what?
Hold
I
on.
don't want one.
Hold
and
on.
I don't
you
need
mean
one.
you mean the
understand that.
capitalist
So what are we
country that
doing?
you claim the
You
white
said you
man is
gonna take-
controlling?
You gonna take my gun from me? What? I don't want you to take my gun from me. That's what you said.
when did she say she
She
was going to take your
said
gun from
that
you?
we need to. I
Okay,
heard her.
so
say
you've
this.
extrapolated what she
I
said. So
heard
go
her
ahead.
say
Go ahead.
that we need to start taking away guns, and she said that if we
From
start
who?
there, If we start there.
From who?
She didn't say from anyone.
Okay.
all right.
So you've extrapolated
Right.
to yourself.
Right. She has. Because here's where let me ask you a question.
Say nothing.
Let me
all
ask-
I've heard you say is all these other things that don't benefit me.
Okay, so let
When
me
have
ask you a
benefited
question.
me?
Let me
But
ask you a
only
question.
Put in one example.
When is
Hold
the
on a second.
example of how you gonna benefit me?
Let me tell
What's
you what's
that?
going to
I wanna
benefit
listen.
you. You
Tell
see
me.
those 3 girls you have in a school?
I don't want them.
If I stop for a second, let me tell you what you're going to get my benefit. I'm Stacey Abrams and I'm running for governor. Madam Smith, can I have your vote? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I keep guns out of your schools so that your little girls can go to
How's she
school
gonna do that?
safely, because I want to pass legislation that's going to put checks in place that make sure that people who are mentally ill, people who we're monitoring on social media that's talking about doing mass shootings at their schools, are investigated properly, especially at the school where
How's
your
she gonna do
daughter
that?
attends. So when I get that passed, then your kids can go to school safely. And you, ma'am, won't have to be in a courtroom screaming, "Murder him. Can I get the death penalty on him, please?" Like they're doing in the Florida case right now.
I sound like a whole bunch of hogwash.
Okay. Well, watch the hog when your child is at the
I
school
haven't heard her
and you
say
get the
that.
phone call. You're
I
the
just
person
heard
on
what
this
I'm
show. No, you're the
I
person
heard
on this
her-
show that said when your
people
daughter
who-
texts you that you panicked. Why are you panicking? Are you worried that there might be a mass shooting at your
Because
daughter's
she needs
school?
she write like Herschel Walker.
Oh,
I said, what the hell? What? That's why I was panicking.
did she say I have a gun?
I'm saying.
I have hunger.
This is the biggest point. What you're arguing is
My
what you're
insulin
arguing
is.
you're
Can you
com-
reduce my insulin?
eat right.
I have
Fine,
an eat right. She
Mama, I
texts
need
Mama,
to
I
eat
have an
right."
eat right.
That's what the middle one always talking about what she needs to
Oh,
eat.
Father, I
Right?
can't.
So the biggest point is if you don't, you have to do the research. And at the end of the day, everybody says they're going to do their
I
own.
thought
They don't do their homework.
Wait.
We all hate homework.
I thought it was their job to market to me.
Well,
About why
well,
I should
if
vote
she
for you.
wait,
if she
whoa.
put up
It's a
1,000
two-way
pages
street.
on her website and
It's
you
a
don't
two-way-
read them,
No. It's a two-way street. If Herschel Walker said, "I'm gonna do this," and you say, "That sounds great, Herschel," and you had no idea he was putting people to gunpoint and he was out here being counter to what he's saying as a person, it goes to their credibility. So you still have to research because they're gonna present the best foot forward. As
no,
far
what
as the
she's saying
candidate
is come out your
concerned.
mouth and I believe you.
Well,
I won't research
I
to see
didn't-
if you're
I
backing
didn't-
up what you're
I
saying
didn't
because
believe-
alternate facts is what I
so
go
I'm
with.
gonna throw this out there. I voted for Stacey last time
Yeah.
because I didn't go with what you say. I just voted for her because she was black.
And that's a
So-
problem.
So no,
That's a
I mean,
problem.
There's nothing else
That
she was
can be your
offering.
decision.
No.
Exactly.
Hold on a
Nothing
second.
else. No, let me.
She got a right to do
you have
that,
to let
but
me-
it don't make it
well,
not
let
a
me-
problem.
Okay, so
That's
let
true.
me explain. I voted for Stacey because she was black. There was nothing else she had to offer for me. There was nothing in her agenda that I was like, oh, yeah, I'm down for that.
What was
There
her
nothing.
agenda?
There was nothing.
What was in it?
Voting, making sure everybody could vote.
That's the only thing
That
you saw on the
wasn't-
agenda?
That wasn't the abortion thing. That wasn't no thing for me. The guns, the way she
Right
feels
now,
about guns.
I want to be holistically honest. You sound like you just repeating an attack ad you heard.
Yeah.
But these are, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
if you can't explain
It
it, and another marketing does a better job than you, and I don't know what, all I know
And
is
you
what
get your
all you
soundbite
have to
and you
do
get
is
your soundbite
research.
from the radio.
That's all you have to do.
That's
It's
what
guess
she's
what?
saying is
look
So
on
what?
she's
your
saying
screen
that
and
she's
say,
voting for
No,
Herschel
I'm doing
What
this.
I didn't say that.
she ain't gonna read
I didn't say
either.
that. Nobody said
And
that.
she
You
don't
didn't put
mind
words
with a
in my
senator
mouth.
that can't read.
Actually, I said the opposite. I wasn't vote. I voted for Warnock last time. I probably vote for. I don't know. I might not even vote for neither one of them. That might be me.
But that's
I can't vote for a dummy.
again.
And then I
neither
don't.
one of
And
them
then
is.
it's not
What
like
did he do in the 9 months that made you say,
He ain't do
"Oh,
nothing.
he's because it's 9 months"?
No. He fought
Didn't do nothing.
to get
And not only that.
No, he did he
He
passed
did the insulin bill, the
passed
insulin
laws.
I'll vote for
reduction
that.
act.
I'll vote for that because
what
I like
the
Matthew.
God's name is I
I'll vote for that.
No
I can vote
wonder.
for that.
You know what? No wonder intelligent, smart people don't want to
you
run
gotta-
for office.
You gotta give
Well,
me.
that's what I'm saying.
No. I wouldn't run
No,
because
I-
I can't.
I give you that.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
give me a
can't. It's
reason.
too much
And
to try
let
to
me tell you
convince.
this. Let
You
me
can't
tell you
convince
this.
me
I
unless
can't convince
know.
dummies.
You
As a-
convince.
as
No,
a-
that's not it. You convinced me with the Warnock thing, so I'm voting for him.
No, let me tell you this. As an intelligent person, and this is me. I was about to use a big French word. Forget what everyone else says, right?
That's kinda
I don't care. I know I'm intelligent, and I know I can understand what's going on, and I could have solutions. I am not going out there to be a representative and putting myself out there because I can have an idiot on the other side still make 44% in polls.
Yeah.
That man shouldn't even be close
Nowhere.
to me.
He should be at
'Cause he
10%.
has no idea.
10%.
He can't speak. He can't do any of this
Nope.
other stuff.
And he should not be in a
And he
runoff. There should not be a tight
in
race.
Any type of
But
race
it's
with me.
it's evident of the ignorance of the population.
Yes, which is
No,
intentional.
it's not. It's like I'm not voting for someone that we don't roll together. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not gonna vote for a Democrat. So I'm gonna vote for a Republican because no matter who you put there, as long as he vote for what I want to do, that's what it is.
But-
so I don't understand why y'all don't get that.
No,
if
but
you
that's
say
what I'm
I'm gonna
trying
do
to
this
tell
for
you.
black people, I'm gonna do that for black people, I'm gonna do this for black people, and you were Trump and you did the exact same thing to everybody else and was terrible, but you told me that this is what you're gonna do for black people. I'm gonna vote for Trump. I'm voting my own interest. I'm not gonna vote for.
But how is that in
how
your
you
interest
feel
when
this
Trump
way
is
and you
still
feel
going
That's
this
my
way.
to do
point.
the other
What
part?
I'm
No,
saying
Miguel.
is that the first time, if Trump was like, I'm doing this
But-
for black people, this for black people, this for black people.
Hold
and
on,
he
let her
done-
make the point.
And he
Let her
done
make the point.
decimated everybody else and was terrible and was saying this and grabbing them by the pussy and all this stuff. And you was all about that. I'm voting for my interest. I'm not voting for everybody.
Okay,
else.
so stop for a second. You just made a statement. Wait this. What is your interest?
What he said about blacks. that's what I'm going with. But when he
That's the level. That's the level intelligent
but
candidates
I'm just keeping it 100.
can't compete
I'm
with.
gonna keep it 100.
And they will say,
And then,
I'm not
so when
running.
he gets into office and he doesn't do those things, then I don't vote for him. So what I'm telling you is that Stacey Abrams, off of the strength of her being a black woman, got my vote. When she didn't win, you know what I'm saying? And I had to deal with Kemp. I was like, I'm not really feeling him. But then Kemp did a couple of things that I actually liked that benefited me in a positive way.
Like
So,
name one.
one of the things was the Ahmaud Arbery situation where he got, before the trial occurred, he got rid of the citizen's arrest. The other thing is that for me as a stylist, when businesses were closed and I couldn't get any money, he reopened up the salon so that I could go in there and do my job. So that affected my income, that affected my kids, that affected my relationships. So with that being said, those are two things that mattered to me the most. So now I have someone who did something that benefited me compared to someone who I was voting for because she was black. So it will be out of ignorance. Like
So
you
let me
said.
ask you a
finish
question.
This and I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna just pass the mic. It would be out of ignorance for me to be like, I'm just gonna vote for Stacey Abrams again because she's black. Outside of, and none of the other things that she stands for, I'm down for. And those three talking points that have been pushed are the only things that I know for sure that she wants to do, and it doesn't benefit me.
Okay, so stop for a second. If Stacey Abrams as governor, right, had the seat, do you think she would be against getting rid of citizens arrest? You think she wanted?
I think the salons would still be.
Hold
closed.
on a second. I'm gonna get to that point because I'm gonna knock this out the park. Do you think that Stacey Abrams in her platform was against getting rid of citizens arrest?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, boom. So check. She could have gave you that, and you would have been fine.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
But she wasn't the
she
governor.
Didn't make it.
She had to be the governor.
She had to be
Okay?
the governor.
So you
I'm
wouldn't
talking
have
about
a
the man
problem.
who did something. I
But
can't talk about what could have happened.
no. See, what you'd like to do is pivot, and I'm
No,
gonna
what I
keep
like
you
to
in
do
your
is-
lane.
No, I'm just stating the facts.
So
No,
let's stay in the
you're
lane.
pivoting.
She
Because you
likes to
have
pivot.
you
It
have
was the
to-
facts.
In order for
You
this
giving
to
me a
happen,
hypothetical.
No, I'm
But
not giving you a
in order for the
hypothetical.
hypothetical
It's
to
hypothetical.
work, you have to put her in that space.
Correct. She has to be
All right,
governor.
go ahead.
She has to be
Go with
governor.
the other one.
So as governor, you already know because you said, "Tell me as a candidate what you're going to do for me," and you know that as a candidate, she's not against that. So that's something you would have still got
She
anyway.
didn't come up with it
You
either.
would have got that anyway, but you don't know that because you haven't done your
All
homework.
right, well, go ahead.
Second issue is talking about the salon not being open. If the salons remain closed and Stacey as your governor says, give her the money that she's not going to make because I want her to be safe. and I don't know what this disease is doing. Would you be pissed off
If the money don't pay my bills?
Listen to me. If your governor, Stacey, says, I'm going to give you the funding, you're going to get the PPE, you're going to get the PPP. Hold on now. Hold on. I'm going to give you everything. You understand? I'm also going to give it to individual salons. The salons are closed, and I'm going to give it to the stylist. If she had given you the funding that's going to benefit you, help you to feed your family, because the only reason, Sweet Cakes, you were going up in that salon.
Oh, so disrespectful.
The only reason you were going up in the salon is because you needed money. So if she was going to say to you, the government is going to make sure that a pandemic, because it's a pandemic and we don't know what it is and we've never had one like this before, and 1 million people have died, we're going to make sure you're safe. So what we're going to do is we are going to fund it as the government. Just like how we fund big businesses and other projects and pig fat and pig belly and pig toes and bridges and all that good stuff. Yeah. If she's giving you the money
I make more money than that.
How much do you make as a stylist, boo?
Oh, do you want to see a check?
No, that's not the point.
I don't make it. It doesn't bring me. No, if it doesn't bring me enough.
Wait.
If it doesn't bring me enough.
What she's saying? No. What she's saying is her paycheck is worth her safety.
No, what I'm
and she make enough money.
It wasn't worth mine. I didn't get COVID.
No. What I'm saying is, when your pandemic paycheck at that time when you came back didn't look like
her regular paycheck before the pandemic. Did not.
It did.
Because a lot of people wasn't coming in there to get their hair done when y'all first opened up.
No. It was supplemented. So it wasn't, we didn't get it was supplemented. So whatever I made plus a supplemental
So wait,
amount.
you got a handout?
I mean to tell you welfare.
Hello?
You welfare.
I'm not the one who, I don't have a problem.
Wait.
I don't have a problem with welfare.
Black
people
I don't have a problem with welfare. Let me tell you what I don't have. A problem with welfare.
No.
I don't have a problem with food stamps. I don't have a problem with Section 8.
Taxpayer.
Because what you've done is done.
I would accept Section 8.
She done threw the apple cart all over and spilled it.
I'm not a Republican.
She admitted that the check was less. So
no, what I'm saying is
that the government helped it.
So if the government, no. What I'm telling you is that when they were cutting checks every week, that amount, the government, the Trump checks they were giving out.
Okay, go ahead.
That amount, when I came back, it was still like the same, and it could be more because I had the more money I made, the less they were supplementing.
The check. So wait, how did this work?
So how it worked was before we came back. So it was off for like 8 weeks. We were getting
It wasn't
Trump.
no 8 weeks.
I was off for 8 weeks. We stopped in March. Keisha Lance Bottoms shut down Atlanta.
Yes.
So we stopped in March.
Yeah.
And so from March, we didn't come back until May. May.
I think it was about 6.
No, it was 8 for us.
Okay.
We didn't come back to like this because you were able to come back, but our boss didn't allow us to come back till he saw what everybody else was doing. Okay,
that was a little separate then. But
yeah, so then we came back in like the middle of May. So between that time, we would get, a set check every week. And then when we did come back.
So who's paying that check?
That was those Trump checks I was receiving.
The government.
So Trump is
the
paying
government.
You every week.
Out of the
government.
Yeah.
Directly. It said United States of America.
Yeah, the government.
We were getting paid it. Yeah.
Okay.
It would, and eventually it
the
turned
same
into
government.
Biden.
The
it was
same
the
government.
Biden check after.
Okay. Because I don't understand because I never got checks that
exactly.
way.
So because you could work from home and you could
No.
You weren't working?
No, they shut us down.
So you couldn't work from home?
No, I couldn't because I have to be in.
You had to be in. Okay, but there were people who could work from home and still were getting paid.
Yeah, but what
their
I'm saying
regular
is
salary.
All right,
like my husband was still getting paid his regular salary. I wasn't getting nothing.
Yeah.
So when
but that's different because he would have still gotten his regular salary because he's a teacher.
Right, but what I'm saying is that
so he's in the summer months.
No, this is different. No. I'm trying to understand who paid your check.
So
was
when
it
I
the
got
business?
so when we get back, they apply for the PPE. Okay. And then they also got
the PPP.
The PPP
is the money.
Triple P is the money.
No, they apply for the PP. Okay, whatever.
The E is the equipment, and the P is the money.
So what would end up happening is when we got back, we would he would file for unemployment. And so however many hours you made, like if I made X amount of dollars or more, I wouldn't be able to get unemployment. Okay. So it will be half half of what I made and half unemployment.
Okay.
But in my business, in order to get more money, you have to be there, which means you rebook. You have to be there in order to be open. It's not like McDonald's where once the door is open, everybody comes in.
All right.
So I had to rebuild.
So back to my original question.
So the government was supplementing.
Okay, minus the government, you didn't get the money that you were usually getting.
Correct.
When you came out.
She lost income because some of the people wasn't coming back in.
No.
Yes.
It was actually.
Because you would need a supplement from the federal
I'm glad
government.
you were there. It was more. Because they would supplement. Because they would make sure.
No. All right. I need you to subtract
stop
the supplement.
using the government's money.
Why would I stop using the government's money?
No. Stop counting it.
No, so
Look at it. Damn it, I don't want to be senator. I won't be governor. I want to be senator.
I can't. It was less.
Y'all can have it.
There were less.
Yes.
Look at Herschel.
Okay.
No, it was less.
All right.
because there
Herschel,
was
you
less
what I'm
win.
trying to say.
Herschel, you
However,
win. That
in
took
my
us a whole
industry-
hour.
Hold on.
That
In
took me
my-
an hour.
Hold on. In my industry,
You like arguing with my daddy.
No. In my industry, you always have to start
Oh
back
my
from
God.
no matter what, you start from
Understood.
the
Agreed.
bottom and you build.
Agreed.
Now,
Sweetheart.
if I were to come back months later, I would not be where I'm at right now.
No, but this is
We-
what
you-
I'm trying to
you're-
explain to you. What I'm trying to say
And the
to you
money
is,
that I was let me just say this: the money that I was getting consistently if the government was cutting my check is peons compared to what I make from being
yes,
back at work.
because-
so let me finish this. So if Stacey was like,
Because
I'm
your
gonna-
governor didn't
oh
give
my
you
God.
enough.
Yes.
So if Stacey, well, okay, so I gotta live on pennies on the dollar so that what?
No,
So
no.
if Stacey was continuing what was being done.
no, it's not a continuation.
She don't understand
So
what my point was.
the
She
point
don't get
is-
it. She missed
If
it.
Stacey, I know what you're saying. You're saying that Stacey would have provided you with the money so that you didn't have to go back to work. I know what you're saying.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is the amount of money that was being provided
By
is
Kemp, not by
nothing.
Stacey.
Yes,
Not by
exactly.
Stacey.
That's the point.
So my
It was
point
by
is,
the
if
federal
Stacey,
government.
if
No, that's the
Stacey,
point.
yeah, but
That's
Stacey,
what
the
she's
state has
saying.
money too.
The state has money.
So
and
Stacey
could've
could give you
opened the
more.
coffers and said, "Here's your money to stay the fuck
To
home."
go with the feds,
Okay.
to go with the
Yeah,
feds'
with that
money.
full Republican Senate that they have.
What are
right?
you talking about?
What else were they
The
gonna do?
full Republican Senate that they have.
Yeah.
It's Stacey Abrams and a
But
Republican
if
Senate.
she's the leader,
Wow.
if she's the leader,
That don't mean
and you
nothing.
don't have any economic movement,
She
they have
can
the move.
do
She
it.
has the leverage.
She can
She
do
can't.
it. She
If that's
can.
the case,
She's
we don't-
in a
she
pandemic. The
can't.
rules change when you're in a
Okay.
pandemic.
That's
It
all I'm
opens
saying.
up the president's opportunity. Why do you think that they could force companies
regardless-
to
let's
start
just say-
making
let's just
equipment?
say-
Yeah.
Let's just say that she went on and she did. It still would not be the same amount of money that I'm making.
How do you know that?
Because she black
Because
and
it's-
she wanted to vote for the white man, and you'll do
That's
anything to
exactly-
justify
that's exactly
voting
what
for the
I wanna
white man
do.
while you
I wanna
say
vote
black
for the
power.
white man, and I would
Girl,
do anything
bye.
to vote for the
Woo.
white man. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Thank you.
I don't even know I even had the conversation.
Stacey.
That's exactly what it is.
We got
I
it.
just don't want to vote for
Took
her.
us an
Even though
hour.
I voted for her because she was black.
No,
Took
the
us an
biggest
hour.
point is, I think the biggest point is, and it's still there, is that I can't. I understand what I'm trying to say, and I understand how to solve the problem. I can't explain it to you.
No, you can't.
In order to get it.
Just explain
Because-
it. Say what you say. I'm not-
it's
no,
not
it
that
can't.
simple.
Walker.
It's never that
I'm like,
simple.
well,
It can't.
she stopped cutting you off.
No,
then maybe somebody can hear
what
you.
I'm trying to say
You
is,
can't.
like, to solve any problem,
You
it's
can't.
never that simple.
No, you can't.
Everybody wants you to say, "Oh, all I have to do is say
One,
do
two.
it,"
Yeah, one, two.
and it's
You
done.
One, two.
doing a lot of talking. You ain't saying nothing.
One,
No,
two.
What I'm trying
Just
to
say it.
explain is, as someone who is there, like, I'm already explaining to you, I can give you more to your check and try and match.
But she can't
better.
wrap her mind
But
around
you
that.
Already,
But y'all saying it because you come in, you a lawyer and you a engineer. So when you come in, you looking at me like she a hairstylist.
No,
she
no,
probably
no,
don't make
no,
no
no,
money.
no,
The
no,
government
no,
is
no.
not going to
No.
pay me
No, what I'm
what
saying-
No, no, no.
I make.
No, the
compared to
government
what they
did
could.
not pay you, but
Exactly.
it can
Yes.
pay you because we found money
They can do
to give.
anything.
Listen to me. How
No,
come
it
we found
can.
money for Ukraine?
there's not
We
even
found money for Ukraine after the pandemic.
I guess, you know what? That's why I always say I'll be surrounded by liberals. Y'all act like in a real world, yes, that makes a lot of sense. But these Republicans is not going to let that happen.
Okay.
The Republicans was like, no, we
Because
didn't
you'll
want to cut
keep
checks. We
voting
don't
for
want to cut
them.
checks.
Thank you.
And if I'm there saying, I will give you people these checks,
We're
but
in
these
Georgia.
And you
Republicans-
say I'm gonna vote for the
We in
Republicans.
Georgia.
Oh well,
I'ma vote for the
they don't say
Republicans.
anything about the
And they
black
get
people.
mad. And they get
Because-
mad when I can't get it done because you put that roadblock into place.
And
I'm like, if you didn't put that roadblock there.
So you're saying I'd rather go with Republicans because they'll get shit done.
What I'm saying is
because
this.
they have the
What
power.
I'm saying
Instead of voting for the
what
Democrats.
what I'm saying is this. It's a Republican Senate. It's a Republican House. No matter if Stacey gets in there, it doesn't matter. They're not gonna. It's gonna be gridlocked.
Then why
That's how
ever
it was
have
made.
a Democratic candidate?
Correct.
What are the?
Why don't we just have all Republican candidates?
What are the?
Why don't we get rid of that party?
I'm asking y'all since y'all know so much.
Let's get rid of the party.
What are the Democratic candidates running for the Senate and the House on the state level? What are they? Who are they?
Here's the question.
Who are they? You know who they are?
I don't give a damn because they're not
You know
running
who
right
they are?
now. They're not running right now.
There's no one running for the Democratic Senate
They're not running right now.
The
But
Senate or the
here's
House
my point though.
on the.
If your
they're
rationale,
I'm asking you, is that
No,
are you saying this because you know, or are you just saying?
But if your rationale is
what I'm
let's
saying
vote
is
for the
you're
Republican
trying
because
to
the Democrat
switch-
can't do nothing for
Thank
me,
you.
and then when I say if you give the Democrat a chance
the
and don't
argument of
keep
the logic
voting,
train.
I'm
correct,
voting.
correct.
No, I said that.
No,
I
leave the
was
train on the
voting
track and put the
for-
suspect in the back.
I was saying I was voting for who I wanted to vote for based off of the things that I've seen them done.
Yes, and what I'm trying to say is, if you already recognize that she can't do shit because there's
She got a
if
Republican
can't do
Senate.
shit,
Right.
then she don't need to be in office.
Well, that's what I'm just saying.
Well, she's
then
trying to
you're
say
still
to you,
stuck in the
the
loop.
only way that I can get in office and do shit if you stop voting for Republican
or
shit.
no, if you don't stop,
If you don't
vote.
Hello?
If you don't
or
have
you
a
don't
house,
vote.
If you don't have a house or a Senate,
But how do you
behind
get those places?
Right.
You
They-
have
no,
to
they
vote
just
them
walk
in.
in. They just
I'm
walk
asking
in.
you who running. Who
They
running?
just walk in.
What I'm saying
Who
is,
running?
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You've just told me
So
that she don't have the
think-
power.
So if I just get on the good old boy ship and just vote Democrat, everything is
No,
gonna be better.
that's not the point.
Because that's
not
all
the
y'all
point.
say.
No,
If I vote Democrat, everything's gonna be better.
That's
look,
exactly
that's how
what
she
she's
missed
doing.
it. That's how she missed
This
it again.
is why I'm saying,
That
as
statement-
an educated person, I'm fucking stuck. I can't get out of the loop because your logic train is, hey, why vote for a Democrat? Because they ain't gonna get shit done.
Right.
All right, that's cool. What needs to change to get done? They need a House and Senate.
Correct.
All right, let's vote to change those people in. Well, nah, because it's Republican Georgia, so it's never gonna happen.
Right.
So
Okay,
I
so
shouldn't
I'm not
vote.
gonna vote.
Did you
So
miss?
I'm not gonna vote.
No, that's not what I said. Did you miss the part about I liked what he did, and that's why I wanted to vote for him?
Yeah, but he
That's
gets the
what
advantage
I said.
of being
So-
in power.
Correct.
Okay,
at
Correct.
but he
time.
didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah, he did.
He had to do
do
something.
something.
He
'Cause-
didn't have to.
Of course he
didn't
did.
have to do that, anything with
Yeah, he
the,
did. He didn't have a choice. He didn't have a choice. Come on now.
Hello, Georgia was the only state that was open.
Come on now.
Because
Come
he
on now.
had to get on Trump's good side.
Correct.
We're playing
Correct.
politics.
Georgia
Of
was
course
the
we are.
only.
Of
Okay,
course we
so
are.
y'all got to answer for everything.
Yes, but
There
Georgia
is an answer for
Georgia
everything.
was the only state that was open. Texas wasn't open. Mississippi
Yes,
wasn't
but
open.
who was under the
Louisiana
most
wasn't
scrutiny?
open. Alabama wasn't open.
Who was
Poor
Georgia.
black people.
Georgia
Poor black people.
was open.
And they died at a
Georgia
higher rate. But just
was
because nobody
open.
in your family died from COVID,
Florida
sweet cakes,
was open.
you can talk from the
Florida
side
was
of that
open.
neck.
Again, what I'm trying to say is,
You can't do that.
what I'm trying
Yes, you
to say-
can. You can do that.
You
can
can't
do
do
that.
You can't do that.
You can do that
You
because
can't do
people who
that.
are not affected by something don't relate.
That is not the case. That's
That is
not
the case.
I am affected by the
No,
situation.
my point to you is
what
when
I'm
you're
saying
not
an emotional statement off of something.
No, I'm making a statement because it goes to the facts. The facts are what you're affected by. You want to talk about. You're
I'm
affected
in the
by.
trenches. If it's my decision
That's my
to go
point.
in the trenches and do my thing and not forcing nobody
That's
else in there.
my
If I'm the
point.
one who's in the trenches and I'm like, I'm going, then what you mad about?
That's my point.
Well, what
my
I'm saying
point
is-
is,
Let's
you
let-
went
we
in the
good.
trenches.
We just-
You went in the trenches.
I went in it by
because
choice. I didn't have to.
you
I
didn't
could've
have
quit the job.
nobody
I could've
that
did
was
something else.
dead.
No.
No.
That's
This
not
is
the
no,
case.
this is the point. This is the point. The reason
I
why
did have somebody who died.
No,
I had
what I'm
several people in
saying-
my
what
family
I'm
died.
saying is-
Marsha, my
what I'm
aunt
saying-
died. My cousin
Okay.
died. So
Listen
to say
to
that
me.
ain't
What
I
nobody
am
died
saying
is just
is-
the
You
same. That's what I'm
said-
talking
No.
about.
Hold on.
You
Hold
went-
on. The core reason is economics.
Money, desperate ass money.
That's why
money.
everybody
Exactly.
wanted to get back
Money.
to work.
Exactly.
Desperate.
And if the government
Did
which
what they
has
could have
the
done.
money-
So I should be going.
Did-
so I should just
No,
take this
okay.
check
Did
and not
what
pay
they
my
could
rent
have
or
done.
my mortgage.
no, understand, you could have more. Do you know?
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but we
No,
didn't
but
have
what
the
I'm saying-
opportunity.
No.
And
You're
I'm sitting
doing-
better than what I
no,
was
hold
before.
on.
So why am I?
Stop
I'm
at
doing.
the pivot point. You're trying to already go down the rail. Stop at the pivot point. The pivot point is we can give people money. All right. How much money can we give them? You know who says don't give them shit?
The people she
rich
voted for.
Motherfucker who says
I want them to go to work.
Don't give them.
I'm not-
I need them.
Don't give
to
them
go
no
to
money.
work.
They're gonna
I'm
be
not
lazy.
debating. That's
So-
not
They're
what
gonna
I'm
be
doing.
lazy.
No. But
I'm not
understand
debating
the
that.
logic.
But you gotta
thing.
understand
But
that.
What I'm saying
I
is,
understand that.
You can't skip that.
So-
I'm not Herschel Walker.
You can't skip
No,
that.
all right.
I play
You can't
with
skip
the
that.
cards that I'm dealt.
No,
I can't. I gotta make
understand that.
decisions of what I
No,
am.
but
I'm
what-
not sitting
But
like
what
No,
we're saying
listen to
is,
me.
what you're doing is unfairly putting that burden on what you call it and saying
Stacey.
she wouldn't have done anything.
No,
Right.
I'm
Yeah, you
saying
did.
I'm doing it based off of what benefited me.
No,
it has
no.
nothing to do.
You're changing-
No,
you're
what I'm saying
changing-
is- okay, for example, you came through in my situation. I could say I could have had another attorney who could have came through in my situation. No, I go by who shows.
Yes,
that's
you
true.
could
I
have.
could've.
Had you
But
given them a damn opportunity.
But I go with the person who showed up. I don't go with the person off of coulda, woulda, shoulda, woulda, maybe. I'm going off of who
No,
showed
but
up.
if you had
So what
a
I'm saying
choice,
is-
if you had a
what I'm
choice,
saying.
is what we're saying, and you
which
could
makes it-
choose
for
to
me,
go
it makes it
with
better.
either.
If I didn't
No,
have
but
a
look
choice,
here. You
but the
risking-
choice-
But
the
that's what we're
options
trying
that
to
were
say.
available for me were better.
Exactly. But
No,
what
but think
I'm
about
trying to
this.
say
Think
is-
about this. Even in that situation and the fact pattern she just made, even in the fact pattern she just
Yes.
made, you had a choice. You could have chose the wrong person, even though they showed up.
So I guess my choices be good.
I guess your choices are the luck of the damn
They're
draw.
all right.
I guess your choices.
You right twice a day.
No. But I guess your choice is the luck of the draw. You see what I'm saying?
mine
What I'm
worked
trying to
better.
say is
Mine
her
worked better.
choice didn't necessarily have to be the right choice.
Well-
But you still have to have a choice.
To wrap it up, to wrap this conversation up,
Let's wrap it up.
I can't explain the technicalities of government to everyone on a level where Herschel Walker can get it.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't do it.
I
that frustrates me so much because the things that people get stuck on is, oh no, they said he drove a Benz into a sidewalk,
Yeah.
and the baby jumped out the way and he hurt a baby, and that's what they're stuck on.
There's
And that's
nothing,
it. Never any
Yeah.
ideas, never anything that I'm trying to promote, nothing that there. I provide the information on my website. Come to the website and look at it. It's all about teams.
I'm not gonna
now.
look at that. Are you crazy?
It's all about
You know
teams.
what? You
And
know
if my
what?
team ain't gonna win, I'm not gonna vote.
It ain't on Instagram.
No, what I'm saying is
It
this.
isn't.
I don't be on Instagram, so that's
It
not
ain't
an
on
issue.
Facebook.
Obama did an amazing job.
It ain't on Fox News.
He got you inspired to vote. He made you want to vote for him. He was
Well, that's because it
very
was a
great
historical
orator.
moment,
And
he
all
is
of
a good
those
orator.
great
Damn,
things.
he's
This
good.
is a historical moment.
I miss him talking.
Stacey
I wanna be honest.
I do too.
Stacey
Jesus.
Abrams
Oh my
was a
God.
historical moment, and I was a part of that
Yeah,
historical moment.
exactly.
So what I'm saying is though Obama did all of these things,
Yeah.
it made me want to vote for
Yeah.
him. He did it again,
Yeah.
and I voted for him again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
So-
feel good about voting for him, and don't have no. Well,
Did
somebody
you
could
ever?
have did
No,
this.
but do you ask questions of Obama's presidency and say you could have done that better?
Yeah.
All right. Why do you not ask him about questions about his presidency or his governorship and say you could have done better in that situation? You could have kept me out a little bit longer because maybe I wouldn't have to keep doing this mask on, mask off, mask
But
on.
I don't have a problem with that. If let me say this, if it was a problem, I would. But I don't have a problem like maybe if
so
the end
you
result
don't
was
see
bad.
him doing any better.
No,
what
no,
I'm saying,
no.
no,
'Cause
what I'm-
white is good enough.
Just, you know what? How about you want to just sit here?
White
Yeah, no.
is good enough. Okay?
let me just-
Girl, do not sit on me. Get off of me. Oh my God. This is not a show
just
that
switch
she's trying to create.
Let me just switch
Listeners,
You about to get all.
I
you want this
think
thing?
not.
Hold on, let me
No,
get-
ma'am. Please do not come back over here and sit down. I'm gonna need you to sit down. Sit your behind down. Please. There's a border here, okay? I'm going to build a wall.
So
Trump,
you wanna
Trump
keep-
already gave
that's-
some money
That's
to
the
build a
whole
wall.
point. You're not going to get good candidates
No,
anymore.
you're not.
Never again.
It's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Okay.
No.
So then
Because
that's it.
let me
That's
tell you
it.
something.
That's
It's
what
too
I'm saying.
difficult to convince people you think are intelligent, people you assume are supposed to be intelligent.
No.
People
people
Obama
who
had the
are
same problem.
intelligent. Let me tell
no,
you.
Obama had the same problem. Because when you sit down and watch his interviews after the fact, and they said to him, what are some of the things you think you made mistakes about? He said, the mistake I made is assuming that if I just went out there and worked as hard as I can to get it done for people, they would know that. I didn't realize that I was supposed to stop and explain to them what I was going to do.
I don't
for them.
need to be
And when I was
anything.
no, but that man said that part of his criticism was that he wasn't telling people what he was working so hard to do to benefit them. So the time, although he has limited time to get things done, it's frustrating as a person who's fighting for people and people's interest, for people to say to you, hold on a second, could you explain how you're going to get that done? And you're thinking, we got 8 hours to get this done. And this person wants me to sit down, hold their hands, rub them and talk nice to them. And I got limited time to get it done. And if I don't move fast, I'm probably not going to accomplish what it is I'm trying to accomplish for them. Attorneys face that on a daily basis. And let me tell you why. As an attorney, most of the times you're fighting everything to try to save your client. And sometimes clients will give feedback like, well, I didn't hear from you. And you're thinking, wait. You want to hear from me every day. You want your bill to be low. You don't want to pay to talk to me. And you want to know, when am I going to get the job done? In the 8 hours that I have. Because while you're sleeping, I'm supposed to be working. Biggest frustration I have as an attorney. I'm fighting. I'm talking to the prosecutor. I'm emailing them. And no, my client's not going to do this. My client's not going to do that. In civil cases, divorce cases, talking to the opposing counsel. Hey, that we're not getting the kid on time. This is crazy. My client, she didn't show up. The kid was denied. He was denied visitation. And the client gets upset and says, but you didn't tell me that was going on.
And then that's when you slap them with their itemized bill with everything that says you did.
No, but even when you slap them with the itemized bill, you get another complaint. So you trade one complaint for the other. Why is the bill so high and I'm not hearing from you? And you say to those people, look, one of the reasons we're not calling you is because we're charging you to call
guess
you.
what?
It's
That's
the
not
same
what
thing
she's
that a
doing.
politician,
That's
that's what she is doing, because she's saying,
I
look,
know that she,
I put it on my website. I put it on my website and I put it on my one click and I'll say, go to StaceyAbrams.com.
I know.
Go to Stacey Abrams. And I'm directing you to
know how the people are. This is the Instagram. This is the Facebook. This is the Twitter. This is the Twitter, social media.
But you're not on any of those. How's she gonna reach you?
All I'm saying is I know about her getting everybody to vote.
She gave you a website to go follow.
Yeah.
I know that. I know she
can't
out
be
here.
mad at that.
Listen.
And if you
I
didn't
know
click
she
on
out
the
here.
website,
she ain't gonna click.
that's your fault.
Because she need
I know
clickbait.
she outta
She
here.
need clickbait.
I know
Stacey
she outta
Abrams
here.
butt naked at Kim's house. Click.
I'll watch that. I know she out here. I know what she did.
I bet she'll click on that.
Yeah.
I know the hard work she put in to get people to vote.
Exactly.
She made sure that we knew that she was going to get people to vote.
Exactly.
And I know how hard that she worked to get people to vote, because that's how hard she worked to get people to vote.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's all I know.
If you let her know what you want.
But if you allowing
what
it
I'd
easier
prefer
to
is-
get people to vote, you might have people not vote
But
for you.
she gave you an example of how hard she'd work
For her benefit.
After she lost.
No.
For
It's
her
not for her
benefit.
benefit
For
because she
her
ain't vote
benefit.
yet.
To be honest with you,
For her benefit.
she don't.
And, all
She
right,
don't
sorry.
need y'all.
And none of
let me
Kim's
tell you why she don't
supporters-
need
That's
y'all.
why she ain't win.
No, she don't need y'all.
She do,
And
'cause
let's
that's
be
why she ain't
clear.
win.
Let's be clear. First of all, you're talking about an educated black woman. Second of all, you're talking about an educated black woman that was making good money because she was a tax attorney. Third of all, you're talking about somebody that has many of options with that bar card that she holds. She can be a judge. She can be a senator. She can be a governor. She can go work for an administration she can go be a press person. She can go in the media. She can go into.
But she chose to go into government.
No. And she chose because
Civil
of her,
service.
she controlled, correct. Because a lot of people think government is supposed to be about the money, and it really is not. It's just lately that you go into government and become a billionaire.
Right,
Ask
so
Deal.
that's-
Governor Deal.
Ask Kemp.
Ask Deal and Kemp.
Right, so
Because
maybe
Deal
that's
went in there broke.
so
You remember
what-
Deal had a controversy about how he co-signed for a loan for his daughter, and it was millions of dollars right during the middle of his election. And they were like, don't vote for that joker because he needs the money and they can't pay that bill. And boom, we voted for him anyway. He was smart though, because Governor Deal kept his mouth shut. He had the mayor pretend like he was governor while the time he was governor. Okay? Because he made the mayor for Atlanta do all the talking. No, sir, go tell them about Stormageddon. Go tell them about the snow. He stayed away from a microphone because the last thing he wanted was the scrutiny associated with, wait a minute, what happened to that bill? How'd y'all pay that bill? Where'd you get that money?
Why is it any different from her?
No, that's my point, is that the stress associated with the kind of money, what's different is she's black. And we will excuse a white man's stealing of money and intellectual dishonesty and white collar
I didn't vote
crimes.
for her because she was black.
No. You don't understand. You're voting for her because she's black.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because you can't see past her color. You can't see past her
No, because
color.
she's smart and black.
No. You can't see past her color long enough.
Did I forget the smart?
She real
Throw
smart.
that in there. I mean,
real
she
smart.
finished
You
sentences.
She's very articulate.
You can't see past her color long
That's
enough.
what made me vote
No,
for her. If
no,
she was a
no.
white woman, I would definitely not have
but
voted
that's
for
my
her.
point. Is you can't see past her color, and you should.
That made me want to vote for her.
No. You should, because if
You
you
just
did,
told me I wanted to vote for the white man.
you're not
I
listening.
can't
You're not
do it.
listening. You got to put your listening ears on. That's why you had get your weave. I can't.
What if this
I
hat was
can't.
attached to this?
We are
wig?
not airing this show. This show.
Yes, we
You would
are.
have looked like the lady on the beach who was getting interviewed. That wig was down the street.
We are.
Boy, oh boy. They ran down the street to interview the wig.
Listeners,
You missed the one
This
that
show-
was like, I can't even reach it.
This show will not air. This will not air.
It
This is
better
off
air.
the
Shoot, I'm
rails.
hot.
This
I'm
is
like
off
sweating
the.
like a hoe in church.
This is. This is not. This can't be aired.
So-
But my point is.
Can we
There's a
drink?
good joke there.
I can't even
There's
drink.
a joke
I
there.
can't even drink.
There's a joke there. So regular Sunday.
You said,
I'm
you
sweating
sweat
like a hoe in
old
church.
He said, "Oh, so that's a regular Sunday."
Yeah, come on. The sinners need to be in the church, not the saints. And everybody is sinning. We all have fallen short of the glory of the Lord.
Listen to me. She can't see past her color, and I wish
That's
she
a
would.
good thing. I'm
No,
voting for her.
no,
'cause
it's
she
a bad
black.
thing. It's a bad thing because if you could see past her color,
'Cause then
you
you
would
would just-
educate
you would
yourself
just
regarding what she
vote
can
for
do.
Walker.
No. You don't
I ain't
understand.
voting.
She
He
would
too
get.
dumb.
She would get to the important things.
You finally
that
made it to dumb.
Stacey-
You finally made it to dumb.
I did. You guys got me convinced. Don't say y'all couldn't tell me convincing. He was dumb.
I can't.
I was trying.
This whole
He
show.
don't conjugate his. He leave out verbs and
This
stuff. Like,
whole
come on. I don't even know what you talking about.
This whole show was supposed to be about
I'm
you.
hungry.
You making
I'm
an
about to get
argument
hangry.
for Herschel Walker, and you mean you gave up?
No,
No, it
I
wasn't
never
for
made
Herschel.
I
She ain't
never
never made-
I
I'll
never
give her
made no
that.
argument for no
I'll give
Herschel
it that,
Walker.
because we would have to end the show there.
Never made an argument. I just said
Look,
maybe he ain't dumb.
look, listeners-
maybe he just CTE dumb.
Listeners.
You know? But now it don't even matter. You dumb.
I can't.
Dumb.
I can't, listeners. I can't.
Yabba dabba doo.
You know what? All I can say is, like we say here on Diva Court, I give up, and we're gonna have to drink.
Did you
to
lose
that.
this case? I give
can't.
up.
I can't. I give up. I give up. Educating the dummies is all.
Well, I ain't offended because I ain't dumb. I'm just saying. I'm gonna vote for her if I want
She
to.
says she know who she know Herschel.
I know Herschel.
I know Herschel and Herschel. And let me tell you,
I know Herschel.
I know I'm smarter than the two of them.
And let me tell you something. He's a lie. And the truth
All I'm
ain't
saying
in it.
is that my income has improved under Kemp. All I'm saying.
Wonderful. I'm glad you
Because
like
it
that
went
extra
from
$20.
zero to back to where it was.
She got
All you
that
had to do was
$20?
make a pandemic and make you
You
broke,
know what?
and then you come back to where you were.
You got real
You be like,
appreciative.
"Woo."
Yeah.
That sound like Keisha Lance's body.
Take it from the blacks. Look, take it. It went up one murder extra.
100%.
100% murder rate. How many people died? Did 2. How many died last year? 1. Oh my word, ladies and gentlemen on Diva Court.
We already drunk today.
I
got
got
drink
to.
again?
Hey, I need to just swallow the whole glass if I could.
Let's see.
Look,
Shot.
Look, not. Oh my goodness. All right.
not? You are not.
Please look for our episodes
Oh,
every
don't forget
Wednesday.
to vote.
Subscribe.
Hey, voting early voting.
Early voting starts Monday.
Yeah.
Starts Monday. Please vote. Please
I'm gonna wait
vote.
till the last minute.
Please vote.
Started Monday. Started
Last Monday.
Started
I'm gonna wait till
last
the
Monday.
last.
Please don't wait till the last.
I'm waiting.
minute.
I'm voting on
Early
November.
voting started last
the
Monday.
Tuesday.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The first Tuesday in November.
Ooh, I can't. Listeners, please look for our episodes every Wednesday.
I'm hungry. I'm sorry. Can we
Louise.
edit that out?
You should have. Can we edit that?
Can we edit that out?
I'm done. I'm spent. Subscribe. Find us on Spotify.
There's no etiquette in this show.
Find us on Apple
It only
Podcasts.
came from one place.
Find us from Google Podcasts. And be sure to catch the videos on YouTube each week. And like we say here on Diva,
She already done. She already done.
we'll drink to that. Let me I can't.
We got to drink to that.